All right, so we're headed to our first stop. We're currently in Riley Township, and I think it's the Indian Creek Preserve. We're sort of headed, we're going to try and find the first mound. And once we get to the first mound, I'll do a ceremony. But anyway, look at this place. It's a little, it's going back to that first investigation I did when we were in the woods. Patrick's here with me.
Hello.
We're still doing our protocols for the quarantines and just social distancing and mask. So, both being old clinical people, it's not a difficult thing to wear a mask. So, anyway, damn, these woods are gorgeous, man.
Oh, no.
Like, I think the last time I saw anything close to this, it was over in Portland. I was headed towards the shore. I don't remember what it's called. It's the place where the Goonies, where they filmed some of the Goonies at. Not the like part in the town, but the part when they came up out the cave.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been there. It's
wow.
fucking gorgeous.
Oh, that looks pretty.
So anyway, will you go over the stuff that you said happened to you and your buddy when you guys were here?
Yeah. The very first time we came here, it was late at night, and we were walking down one of these trails, and my one friend stopped me and said, "Hey," he says, "I want you to hear something. What do you think this is?" And he played it back, and it was just so crystal clear. It was an EVP of a Native American chanting.
Really?
And it was, I mean, just crystal clear. So we came back again, this time just me and another friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that time we got something that kind of like frightened us pretty bad. We were walking down the trail, and we heard leaves, and it sounded like somebody was walking through these leaves, and it just kept getting closer and closer and closer. And then finally we're at the point to where my friend is pulling out a knife because he's afraid that he don't know what's about to happen. We don't know if it's a big animal. We don't know who's out in the middle of these woods coming at us. And then all of a sudden, right in front of us, no more than 6 feet away, we see what I can only describe as a shapeshifter. And it starts out as it looks like a shadow figure of a person that hunches down on all fours and turns into what I would describe probably as looked like a panther or a mountain lion, and then it faded away.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
And it scared us to the point to where, like I said, my friend had to pull out his knife, and we were both backing away.
See, that's insane to me. See, look, there goes that split. Well, I guess the trees continue. The pine, I don't know what kind of trees these are, but they continue. You said you also heard the banging, right? On the trees?
Yeah, it was, we're out here at nighttime, 3 o'clock in the morning, October, it's cold, we're freezing, and I just keep hearing what sounds like wood hitting a tree. And I'm like, who in the world's out here hitting a tree
Yeah.
with a piece of wood at 3 o'clock in the morning? And at that time, I didn't know much about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And then later on, found out that's one of the calls they do.
And you said, what tribe did you say?
I think the
Medea?
Indians.
That's interesting. I don't know much about the Medea Indians. I'm used to everything just being Miami, like around here. I just find it interesting because, like, a lot of the things you're talking about go with Native American land. The
Bigfoot.
The shapeshifters, the Bigfoot, just spiritually charged, and their belief system and the things that they interacted with, because they were here so much longer before American colonization, and
Right.
It's like they know things. Things are very deep. Oh, there's a body of water. I needed that.
Yeah.
Let's go down here real quick. I want to throw some tobacco into the water.
Sometimes it is heavy with frogs. At night, you can hear a number of frogs throughout there.
Really?
Yeah.
And you said the area itself has quite a lot of activity, right?
Yes. Like the whole town, there's stories. I've talked to several people who end up telling me, hey, I grew up in this town,
Yeah.
and this is what happened, and their homes are haunted, and in daylight, broad daylight, it seems like all the sightings have happened in daylight where they see Native American tribes, like 2 or 3 at least Native Americans walking into the wood line. Or
Really?
true story.
I wonder, I gotta Google this and see how deep the woods are. Will you hold this for me? Just right there. Keep a finger on that.
Yeah.
That'll work too if you're not moving a lot.
You left the thing open, Jonathan.
If anybody's wondering, what I've got here is pipe tobacco. This will be the first part of me trying to say hello before we start. What a lot of Native Americans did was before they did any kind of spirit communication or spoke to spirit, they gave tobacco as an offering. They either left it dry, they put it in the streams, or they smoked it. What I'm going to do here is just sort of put it in the stream. I know a lot of people out there are probably going to bitch, oh, there's chemicals and stuff in there. Yeah. Give a fuck. Okay, so this is really interesting. So my buddy Patrick and I are here today to speak to you. And I don't want to initiate any communication out of respect until I give you an offering. Today I bring to you tobacco. I'll put it in the stream so that you can taste it and partake of it. And I'll also leave some here on the rock for you. Once we get to where we need to be, I'll also leave some at the mounds out of respect for you. And all I'm asking for here is for your blessing. Communicate with you and your protection. We don't come here with any ill intentions. We are here as visitors. And everything we do will be done with the utmost respect to you, your people, and your land. Again, once I get somewhere more formal, I'll also burn some tobacco for you and leave some, along with some sage. I always do 3 scoops of stuff. I thank you.
Thank you. And just like John said, we come in peace. We respect the land, and we respect you.
If there is anyone here who does wish to speak to us, you are more than welcome to. God bless too. Okay, so next thing is we're going to try and find the mound. I'm so glad you're with me because I almost got lost. I'm so bad with finding my way in the woods.
Oh.
That's why I never go to the Red River Gorge by myself, because it's like
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't go by myself.
I wouldn't take my wife with me. I wouldn't take the kiddo with me. I wouldn't take my family, because it's like we all gonna get lost. We ain't going. Huh. It's such a cool view. Whose footsteps are these? Could you imagine walking this at night? You did.
You were on the trail one time, and something big swooped down like a hawk or something.
Really?
It freaked us out. Yeah. It's weird being back here during the day,
Yeah.
because then you get a more visualize what this place looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Nighttime you can barely see anything.
Well, when you saw the shadow figure, Could you do like a comparison of how tall it might have been to
Yeah.
like what you're seeing today?
I mean, really, I can't remember exactly how tall it was. I mean,
You just know you fucking
I
saw a
I
shadow.
saw a shadow about maybe a little taller than me, for sure. But I saw what I saw, and my friend, you know, he saw exactly the same thing. You know, looked like a person walking, normal gait, stride, and then just punches down on all fours, and then it looks like it turns into a mountain lion or something.
That's crazy, man.
And we were so convinced, we didn't know what to do. We stopped in our tracks, like we were so convinced it was real at first, that we were dealing with something that was alive, I should say, not a spirit. And then, you know, he pulled out his knife because he thought an animal was going to attack us.
Huh. I wonder where the mound is at.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how, if we keep going in this direction, if the trail goes around this direction.
You would think it'd be out in the open. Approaching a clearing now.
I just remember you keep going and then there's a clearing. It's just taking us a different way.
We can Google map it. If you do an overhead of Google, it'll probably show you at least some kind of something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's overgrown now.
Hopefully not. It's actually a really nice trail.
Oh, you know what?
Huh?
This might take us to it. I kind of remember the frogs being over this way. And we come down. We're getting close to where I had that experience with the shadow figure. I know where I'm
really?
at now. So yeah, the mounds are this way.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but like I said, I haven't been here since 2009.
Seems like yesterday, but it's been forever. I remember getting out of the military. Seems like yesterday.
I just remember I was kind of like, all my great EVPs were caught on the trails. All my experiences were on the trails. And nothing happened on the mounds.
Really?
Yeah.
That would make sense. You have to even consider going off trail here.
Yeah, here it is.
Is this the mound?
Yes. You want to leave tobacco up here?
Yeah, I'm gonna do tobacco, burn tobacco, say another hello, and then we can start. Is this the mound itself? Or is it like separated?
No, it should be mound itself. It's just small.
This right here?
Yes.
Nice. They should have like a mark. Oh,
It should be.
a squirrel.
Okay, see right there's a trail that
Yeah,
I guess we used to take. For some reason I thought it was further down.
yeah. Okay, so we believe this to be our first mound. I'm gonna go collect some things and leave some offerings on top of it. Next video, start back up with those offerings.